Welcome back. Organized theft hitting retailers across the country. Florida Attorney General Ashley Moody looking to combat this surge in crime by introducing a zero-tolerance policy. The AG is partnering with law enforcement agencies, major national retailers, and Florida's small business community to stand up to these criminals. Joining me right now with this Fox Business exclusive is the Florida Attorney General herself, Ashley Moody. AG Moody, great to see you. Thanks very much for being here. These pictures are incredible. Seeing these masked people going into retailers like Nordstrom and Louis Vuitton and stealing things and running out in a matter of minutes. What can you do about it?
Well, I can tell you, as the lead law enforcement official in Florida, as the Attorney General, and as the wife of a law enforcement officer, I have sat stunned as I watched the videos over the last few weeks of organized groups rushing into stores, stealing massive amounts of items, only to hop in cars lined up waiting to whisk them away. And it should surprise no one where these incidents are happening and in which states. You know, you now see leaders coming out and say, we have no tolerance for this. We'll have none of this in our state or in our cities. But these are the same leaders that have gone weak on crime. Cops know, the communities know that they're not, even if they take these folks into custody, they've got to follow up. They've got to successfully prosecute crimes. They've got to make sure that those that are wreaking havoc in an organized way on their businesses are held to account. And we won't let that happen in Florida. As you know, we are always diligent in our efforts to keep our communities secure and stable. And so we're launching an effort this morning. Thank you for announcing it. It's a business law enforcement partnership. We're launching a database to track these incidences, so we know that if it's not just a single incident, if it's tied into a larger organization, we can increase the charges and penalties that are associated with that. And we're launching a task force made up of state attorneys, law enforcement officials, and these businesses so that we can stay informed, keep abreast of the trending crime and this mass organized retail theft that is taking hold in so many other areas in our nation.
Well, I don't understand why we're not doing this on a national basis. I mean, we are watching these stores get hit every day, and it's happening across the country, most notably in California. Explain zero tolerance. What does that mean? They go in there, they start stealing, they'll go right to jail?
Right. Well, this is kind of what I'm watching around the country, which will not happen in Florida, is you have leaders coming out and saying, this is not going to happen, especially during the holiday season shopping. We don't want our shoppers intimidated. And so what they do is they start blocking off areas. They increase police presence. But if you have a state or a city that historically is not holding these people accountable when they follow up and do take them into custody, there is no deterrent. They will still organize. They will still hit multiple stores. Yeah. In many instances, they're paying juveniles, paying them to go in and steal merchandise for these larger organizations, knowing that these juveniles will never be held accountable. It is organized crime, and it must be punished in accordance with the large-scale volume in which it's happening.
Yeah, it's incredible. Ken Mahoney is here. Ken, you want to jump in? Let me just point out that there are some high-profile executives in financial services who are trying to get J.P. Morgan to cancel. It's a very important and very well-attended healthcare conference happening in San Francisco in January because of this issue. People are scared. Go ahead, Ken.
And they should be scared. I mean, we see the streets in New York City overrun with thefts and so forth. And, well, you're doing a great job down in the sunny state of Florida. I really appreciate that. But is there any other way to track this? I mean, is there any way to kind of set this up and, be able to track this in a better way, more of a national database? I mean, look, you're doing a great job in Florida. I'm sure other states like Texas are probably doing a good job. But is there any way of a national way of a database? Look, they're collecting all our data, everything else. Can we collect data on these people and kind of move from state to state and find the weak state to go after?
Well, I can tell you Governor DeSantis and I are working so hard and diligently to ensure Florida doesn't become California or Minnesota. We want people to feel secure. We want tourists that come here to feel secure. You know, folks come here from all over the world for shopping. And so this cannot happen in Florida for our prosperity and success. But I will tell you, this announcement we're making today, we are also announcing a data exchange called Force, and it will allow our law enforcement officials to work with retailers to better track these incidents. So you're going to need law enforcement in other states. You would need the federal administration to do it on their end if they're going to do that federally. But look at what they're doing at the border. Look at what they've just announced in their Colombia delisting FARC. I don't see that happening out of this administration.
AG, real quick on Instagram and social media, Adam Mosseri, the head of Instagram, is going to be testifying before a U.S. Senate panel next week on protecting kids online. The hearing addresses what Instagram knows or knew about its impact on young users, as well as potential legislative solutions. You're leading a multi-state investigation into Instagram. Can you tell us what you found?
You know, as a mother of a middle schooler, not only as the AG, I know parents are so concerned about young people purposefully being targeted to spend more and more time online, which Facebook knows will equate into more and more profits. And as someone who has to monitor and regulate our consumer protection laws, I've partnered with other lead states around the nation. The investigation is underway. We've sent subpoenas, and parents can be rest assured that as we learn more and more information, we'll do what's necessary to protect America's kids.
All right, we will leave it there. We'll be watching. AG Moody, good to see you. Thanks so much. Ashley Moody joining us.